My van is smoking. I don't know what the problem is. Just on my way to the garage now to find out, get it diagnosed. Don't know if it's going to be a problem or a big problem. It's unique. Nobody else has done it before. I really think it could be totally amazing. Yeah, today's not ideal really. Off for another heart scan this afternoon, so who knows what the day's gonna have. But yeah, this van, it's been regularly serviced. It's been kept on top of it. Cam belt done. It's actually been done twice in its lifetime. It's only 9 years old. I've had it done twice just to obviously make sure. And yeah, it's a Volkswagen. If you read my comments recently, you'd actually think that it's only Fords that have problems. But obviously, no, Volkswagens do too, as do all of the vehicles. So yeah, I'm going to take it to the garage now, find out what's wrong with it, and then I'll report back a little later on with some potential plans that I have up my sleeve. And am I getting rid of my van anyway? Well, that didn't take long. So just driven up to North Devon in my wife's car, finished my appointment, set off back from the appointment. I've had the phone call to say, actually, out of the few things which it could have been, yeah, this was the thing which is more expensive. So just waiting on a price and when they can do it. But I left my appointment in North Devon and I'm now in Tiverton, and I mean, typical cars. I mean, look at this. I've now got a warning for engine oil. Basically, it's too low. So I'm at Halfords. Not sure if you can see it from that back window there. I was actually at Halfords yesterday again for this car because it had a headlight bulb out. They just cost money, don't they, cars? That is just the nature of them. So yeah, so I'm going to get some oil here, make sure I get the right stuff, remembering that it's this car, not my transporter. Stick some oil in and then, yeah, get on my way. Wait for the call back, wait for when they can do it, and then give you a further update. So yeah, at the moment, 12:15. So yes, let's keep fingers crossed and I'll tell you what my plans are. Well, I've picked my van up and I have to say I'm very, very grateful to TRM Automotive for fitting me in. I know they're really, really busy at the moment and they actually only left me without my van for about 2 days. Now, I did say in the intro that I will be selling my van, and yes, it is true. But why? What's next? What's the plan? Well, for this, I need your help. Please do give me your comments. It's free and it really would help me. The first part of the plan and the reason why, well, I need a car. The day job that I do, I'm actually supposed to have a car. It's not meant to be as old as this. And with it being off the road for the last few days, then it certainly raised a few comments. Have you still got that old van? Hey up, it's still only 9 years old. It isn't that old, but I do get the point. My van problem has just sprung me into action that I really do need to make a change. Therefore, I need a car. Now, I tried the ID Buzz and I absolutely loved it. I really did. But range-wise, it just wasn't quite there. So scrap that idea and I will be getting a car. Yet to be decided. But after my ID experience, I'm not ruling out an ID7 Tourer. I may have to go down the company car route for that. However, that's not important for the channel. My van isn't going just yet and I do have lots of videos planned for it very soon. However, it is going to be going. And then what? Well, that's where you can help. I would like you to let me know in the comments what you would like to see. What type of videos do you like? I have some great ideas, but let's have a see what you think. What I could do next could be completely determined by the responses which I receive. Some videos I make at the moment and future ideas of things I have are like the campervan shows. These give me the great opportunity to show you a variety of campervans in the one video, different brands, styles, price points. These can give you lots of inspiration in one place. And the same goes for me visiting meets and festivals. They also have different products, accessories, gadgets and toys. But what do you think about the individual campervan reviews? Well, I hope you like them because I've got several more of those planned with some good variation. And these are from different brands and different budgets. You know, kind of similar to the Vanworks Chessel, which I did the other week. What about ages of vans? Would you like to see some new and also some old? Well, older, not exactly splitties and things. Done that previously and I don't think you particularly liked it. What about the size of vans though? Micro campers like the Caddy, small like the Transporter or the Transit, or bigger like the Crafter or maybe the Mercedes Sprinter. I'm hoping that you say yes to that, because I've got a few of those already in the pipeline. Possibly you would like longer term campervan reviews similar to that what I did of the ID Buzz, where I actually paid to hire it for 4 days, but I'll come on to that in a moment. But having a van for several days, I can really get to grips with it and share the pros and the cons in practice. Having a van over a weekend, I can learn a lot more, what it's like to live with, how easy are the components to operate, finding what the storage is actually like when I take it away and take all my gear with me. I personally feel that that could be quite beneficial to you. And maybe one day I might be found by Volkswagen and I might be able to get some of the press vehicles like the new California. But also, what about products and accessories? And don't worry, I only ever talk about products that I actually believe in. I receive a ridiculous amount of emails from companies asking can they sponsor some of my videos, including things like battery chargers, solar panels, outdoor fans, e-bikes, power stations, steering wheel covers was one of the latest ones which I had today. And these are usually from companies that I've never heard of. So no, I'm not going to be doing that. Any products that you see me talk about is something which I genuinely believe in. And most of the products which I have, I've actually bought myself. And I have bought several which have never been featured on the channel because they're rubbish and I wouldn't want to be showing them to you because I wouldn't be wanting you to waste your money. That said, if you are local to me, you might see me listing some items very soon, some good items only, as I need some money for other things, including a new computer. That's an absolute must buy now because it's been dying for a while. It's been on my list to actually sort out for this weekend, but the problem with the van has kind of put a halt to that. So selling some of my good gear, which I don't actually need anymore, then that can kind of fund things such as that. Because I spend a lot on like cameras and trying to update gear all the time, trying to make the videos as best I can. And money doesn't grow on trees. And like I said, I'm not sponsored. So anyway, what about my campervan conversations? I've got some more ideas on these, but what are your thoughts? Who would you like me to talk to? I plan this year to visit a lot more people and not just in my local area. I want to meet up with Campervan Time and also Yorkshire Pop Shop Adventures. Although I'm not even sure that he knows who I am, so he might not be interested. And I may also have another idea for this, which I'll talk to you about in a second. Live Conversions is a company I want to get out and see. The guy who actually sold me my Alpine Halo 11 and the other audio equipment I've got. I need to get up and see him. And he did give me this hoodie. It was a bit of a joke because he knows that I like a green van, and so he's got me a green hoodie with a kind of a bronze logo because I did say that I wanted the bronze champagne wheels, but he couldn't get me a van, so he sent me a hoodie, which I actually thought was quite funny. So thanks for this, Steve, really do appreciate it. In the comments I quite often see, and also when I'm out and about, the topic of money can come up. People not being able to afford the new vans. And to be quite honest, that's the position which I'm in. I would love to buy a new van, but I just can't. So how about a video series of buying a budget van and turning it into a camper van, giving you options of what you could buy? That really could be a fun series and one that could be rather helpful to quite a few people. There could be a lot more on that as well, but I don't want to give all my video ideas away, just in case there's other people watching. I also have several tests which I plan on doing this year, which will hopefully answer some of your questions. So are there any other questions which you would like answering? And I don't mean what's the best mattress topper, because we all know we've all got different levels of comfort. So what might suit one person might suit another one. But I personally like the Duvet, but I know some people don't and they prefer the naps or something else. That is personal choice. But what questions have you got? What answers would you like me to give to you? Let's see what you think. But bearing in mind, I only do this at weekends and evenings. It is a hobby. I don't get paid to review vans or anything, which is actually a big positive for you, because you know that what I'm going to be saying is genuine and honest. I don't even have my costs paid for at the moment. Hence I lose some money on some of the videos, especially when I hired that ID Buzz. Ouch. But I absolutely love doing it. I really, really enjoy doing it. And I know you get benefit from it. So everybody's a winner. Some have said that I should sell membership or sell merchandise so people can support me. But to be honest with you, I don't really think I should. There is a thanks button at the bottom of every video and nobody's ever done it. So I think it'd be pointless anyway. I'm very grateful for the time that you give me in watching my videos. So let me see your comments, what you like, what you would like to see. I mentioned a project van, and one thing that I've thought of would be having a budget van, but one that could be turned into a YouTube studio, a podcast studio for making videos, but is also capable of sleeping, eating, cooking, some facilities for hot and cold drinks for my guests. There is a big campervan conversion coming soon, and I'm really keen to see it, as that could kind of be the type and style that might suit my needs a little bit better. But one idea which I would have is unique. Nobody else has done it before, I don't think, and that really would involve you. It would be a challenge, and I couldn't do it alone. I would need companies in the industry to have an interest, and that idea would be amazing. But let's see what your feedback is to see if that kind of thing would be of interest. I really think it could be totally amazing. So my van, what is wrong with it, or what was wrong with it, because it has now been fixed and paid for. And it's never nice, is it, spending money on something that isn't actually going to improve things? Well, it is, because it means that it's going to work now, but you know what I mean. Well, I had a boost leak, hence I was getting black smoke from my exhaust. TRM carried out a smoke test, and I hoped it would actually be the pipe, which would have been a lot cheaper. But unfortunately not, no, it was actually the intercooler. So as you can see here, this is how the leak was made visible with this smoke test. Quite a lot of smoke coming out of that. It must have been quite a big hole. A new intercooler was needed, and an unexpected bill of about 570 odd quid that I really could have done without. But it's fixed now, and I can use it again properly and continuing to enjoy it for now, even though it's a miserable day now. But what is next? Please do have your say in the comments. I'm really keen for your feedback. Life is short. We have no idea what's around the corner, so we really need to make the most of it. Do we really need to worry about the small things? Are they really important? Are you considering whether buying a van would be right for you? Well, if you're considering it, but you're not quite sure, then ask the questions and we can investigate and we can see if I can kind of guide you on the right track. Maybe I can't give you all the answers, but I'd certainly like to help if I can. After you have left a comment, then do have a look at these amazing vans here. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you soon.